today is, can you really file your taxes with your last paycheck stub? And this is a question we get asked every single year as tax pros. And I think I talk about it every year during the tax talk, but we do have new people who are filing for the first time this year, and some people who might not never watch a tax talk with Gwen. So I want to make sure we address that question that is very frequent. So, can you file your taxes with your last paycheck stub? And I want to be like, yes and no, right? Now, is it legal for you to file your taxes with your last paycheck stub? The answer will be no. As tax pros, we have guidelines and rules and regulations that we are supposed to follow. And a lot of our laws and rules are in this guide called Circular 230. And in Circular 230, it tells us like we don't supposed to submit returns with last paycheck stubs. But that doesn't stop people from doing it. So that's why I say yes and no. Now, are you supposed to do it? Absolutely not. And you don't really want to even try to do it or allow somebody to do it, even if they say they can do it. And the reason why is a lot of times your W-2 and your last paycheck stub might be different, especially if you have certain deductions taken out like health care, 401k, and other deductions. Your last paycheck stub and your W-2 is going to be, of course, a little different. And the way the IRS is set up right now, you definitely do not want to be allowing people to send your return out with a last paycheck stub, because the IRS have a lot of new filters up, and they put more and more up every year. And one of the filters that they do have up is where when they flag taxpayers and you actually get stuck in their system and you get selected for verification, wage verification. Well, if your information is different on your tax return versus what you was actually supposed to submit, they're going to require you to do an amendment, and it's going to take forever for you to get your refund. So that's one reason, because the IRS is flagging more taxpayers. And then two, like you might get more of a refund than you deserve, or you don't even get the amount of refund you are supposed to get because you elected to let someone send your information out using your last paycheck stub. Now, why is it a yes and no of how you can use a last paycheck stub? And if I think a lot of people ask, if you can't do it, then how are they able to submit it? And the way they're able to submit it is because, one, all the information we put in when we're submitting tax returns is electronic. And so the information that we put in goes, the information for the W-2 goes on an electronic W-2. If the tax pro has the EIN information, or they have a way to look up the EIN or company information for it, they can easily put that information on the actual W-2 and put whatever's on your check stub on there, and then submit the information off. Again, you want to be really, really, really cautious going into this new year, allowing people to submit your information with a last paycheck stub. It's always in your best interest to wait for your income documents so that you can file the most accurate tax return possible. And so that if you are flagged, you don't have to do a whole lot of extra things to get your refund released. So I know a lot of people promote it. A lot of people say, oh, yes, I can send it out without the W-2, but you need to know that you do need your W-2s to file your taxes. And when we go into the new year of January, know that the first 2 weeks of January, nobody's sending no tax returns out. So even if you give somebody your paycheck stub, your return is not going out. Now, what we will be, hey Tiffany, what we will be able to do starting after January 2nd, is start allowing people to apply for cash advances loans. Okay, in that case, a lot of people think that you could do the cash advance loans with the Paycheck Stubs, and you can't. I'm going to do another video on the difference between a holiday loan and a cash advance refund loan. It is a difference when you are doing holiday loans right now. One of the things they might ask you for is your last paycheck stub, but your return has not been sent out. What they're doing with the last paycheck stub is they kind of getting an idea of possibly what your refund might be considering. So I just advise you all not to get caught up in the hype. The IRS is, again, they flagging more and more people every single year. And what you don't want to happen is the fact that you get flagged and then your information is incorrect when it comes to your income documents. That's going to be a mess for you. So just kind of be careful. I just want to remind y'all, like, again, when we first come into January, nobody in return is getting sent off. We probably won't know until about the second week in January what day the IRS will officially start accepting tax returns. And then, of course, a lot of us do hub testing and might can send returns earlier than the IRS official date. But it's not going to be the first week in January. So regardless if you get somebody your check stub or not, your return is not going out. And you need to, again, be very, very careful with tax pros that are saying they can actually file your taxes with a last paycheck stub. Couple of reasons, again, why is because, one, we are not supposed to submit returns with last paycheck stub. That's against IRS regulations. And then, two, again, you do not want to get flagged when it comes to your taxes and then the information is not adding up. Okay, so we get this question asked every single year, and I just want to, again, to clear it up again this year. Just be cautious when you're out here doing holiday loans, allowing people to submit your information. I encourage all of you all to wait for all your income documents in the mail, or for you to be able to download them before you actually file your taxes. I know that when the year comes in, a lot of people will have small business owners who's going to be ready to file. But if you know that you had a job doing 2025, wait for your W-2s, regardless of how much they are, before you actually file your taxes. Again, the IRS is not playing. They have not been playing for the last couple of years when it comes to doing wage verification. And that becomes a big headache for you all, and it becomes a big headache for us. So just be cautious out here. Before the tax season come in, I know a lot of people ask me, am I taking new clients? If you live out of state, can I do your taxes? And the answer is yes to both of them. I'm always taking new clients. I'm never not taking new clients. I'm always taking new clients. I'm excited to see all of my existing clients for the new tax season. And it doesn't matter where you live, you can submit your information on our website via www.xperttaxservices.com. So if you're just coming in, hello. Make sure if you're watching the replay, drop in the chat where you're from. Also drop in the chat, like if you own a small business, y'all know I love small business owners. If you own a small business, drop your website, drop your Facebook page, TikTok page, YouTube page, whatever page you want to promote, drop it in the comments. Make sure that we're networking this tax season on All the Tax Talk with Gwen's. If you have a question, you can also drop it in the chat. And if you have a topic that you want me to talk about this upcoming tax season, make sure you inbox me. We have a lot to talk about, y'all. I skipped the last 2 weeks. I don't even know. I think I was just, I don't know. I forgot. I skipped the last 2 weeks, but going forward, I'll see y'all every Wednesday unless I have something booked and I can't do it. Then I'll either do it the day before or on Thursday. But starting this week, I'm going to see y'all every Wednesday. And again, make sure y'all being cautious when y'all are out here with your information and just giving it to anybody. So, if you're not following us at Xpert Tax Service, click the follow button, and I'll talk to y'all next week. Bye-bye.